Yeah. Hi there. Welcome to Northern Knives live stream brought to you by Alpenglow Brewery, which sponsors this.
Apparently, it didn't work out.
Didn't work out, but that's okay. We're here to answer your burning knife questions if you have any. We see we've already got a few guests in here, like Will.
Hello, Will.
Hey, Will.
We got Machine Gun Monkey.
MG Monkey.
Good evening to you, sir. And we are also joined by our friend Chook this evening.
He's slightly off frame. Pay no attention to that. Look at all the space behind Dakota.
I'm the important one. Evening Knives. Yep. Evening to you, sir. Sharp Bevel.
Sharp Bevel. Hey, man.
Hey, Sharp Bevel.
We got some regulars on here.
Good old Regs.
I think with Ferrande going on, it might be a little bit more dead than usual.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out. Pocket dump already.
It's a little early.
That's the old age. That's why they're here.
All right. All right. Who wants to start? Because I got the same old pocket dump.
Well, let's start with Chook.
All right.
I got something cool today.
Chook?
Yeah.
I got the hinder.
I already lose. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice, dude.
I got it on the horizontal.
Yeah.
On the belt.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
I'm so glad that was captured live.
All right.
what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Which hinder
Chook?
is that one?
So that's XM 18 3.5.
3.5. Yeah.
Yep.
Are you fucking getting knives from Chad? You are getting knives from Chad. That's a bastardized Contigo.
I love it.
What about you, Alistair?
You want to go next?
Sure. Yeah, I've got a Hinderer as well. It's a full tide Jurassic with battle black oxide and a battle bronze scale.
Very nice. That's what I want to turn mine into.
You want to stick it in the table?
I would not like to.
No? Okay. All right. Is it me now?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm Malibu with a Warncliffe. There we go. All right. And now I have a Microtech Dirac Delta.
Don't.
Just kidding.
No, okay. I was like cringing there.
Please don't do that.
But it's a double edge. I would have ruined that thing. So Dirac Delta. I still
No, you
carrying
just
that.
put it in the table now.
Well, it depends on what we want to call pocket dump, because I also have a tactile turn,
Oh, you can.
titanium medium, so they make it longer and they also make it shorter. Bolt action, which I really like, and then I don't have my just in case.
No.
I don't have my just in case fucking wallet tonight. I have hold on, I think extra. I have an extra carbon fiber with
Ooh.
Man, that's fancy.
right.
Automatic wallet.
Yeah.
What do you got here today, Dan?
I have the budget hinderer, which is the
ZT.
ZT 0562 Ti. And then I have my RSK Ultratech in
Yeah.
Tanto. Yeah.
Nice.
I got my PM2 in crewwear.
Oh, dude.
That was the
I
most
can't-
gentle.
I can't believe that stood up.
That crewwear though,
It's like carefully poke it in.
And then
Fine
It
shape
was
on
just
those
like-
paramilitaries.
and it
Yeah.
stayed.
Oh, no, that fucking
I've got my flat iron from Gerber with the titanium scales and the bead blast finish on the knife itself. I'm not going to punch it into the table because that's always a bad thing with that one. I've got my who was the maker again?
Just in case.
Just in case.
That's just
wallet.
in case, yeah.
And then wait, and I got my Memento Mori coin that Ray gave us.
Oh,
I
Alright.
too brought
Oh,
a pen
shit, I
today.
have one upstairs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Titanium pen, because you never know when you have to write something down or punch somebody in the face.
Or take out an eyeball every once in a while.
Yeah.
I got my EDC wallet too.
Oh,
Nice.
Right.
with
man.
flashlight.
Okay.
Flashlight.
You got flashlight, you got pen. Like, you were holding out on us, man.
Yeah.
and that thing's swole.
That
It's
thing is
cool.
pretty thick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start carrying more than one knife to these things. Jesus.
Well,
What
this,
were you thinking?
this is the cigar knife that I like to keep a nice edge and tip on.
Mm.
I don't use it a whole lot. And then this is the box cutter that, I mean, like, you can see like how worn the blade is. Like, Jesus Christ. Every box, styrofoam, liner in my Jeep, radiator hose.
Well,
You know,
I mean, I've been using my
Ah!
PM2 crew wear
Go
for
upstairs, my
boxes
drawer.
lately, and it is just
Go upstairs and get the stove.
Okay, I'll be right back, everybody.
You don't really have to.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm
no,
doing it.
yeah,
all right.
get it.
One knife. What is this?
Oh, Alistair, I got that stovepipe you sent me last Saturday on Monday. I am getting my glasses. They will be here in about a week.
Yeah, I have brand new contacts in, so I thought, oh, I can read this. No, I fucking can't.
I tried to get one of those stovepipes and they were gone like in
We have
45 minutes.
we
or
have a
something.
whole lot more of them on order.
Yeah.
It's one of the few knives that I saw online that I thought was stupid, and then it came in and I played with it, and I'm like, I actually really want this.
Didn't you get the last one?
I haven't gotten one yet.
Oh. Shit.
I have to say though, you're talking about like what you do use for boxing, what you don't. That PM2, I've been using mine a lot.
Mm.
So we have the same knife, and it's just no forgiveness when it comes to
Yeah.
slashing through boxes. I had a little time the other day where I just thought,
Oh, you just cardboarded that.
well, we
motherfucker.
weren't getting any customers, so I just
Yeah.
picked up a box and just started slicing, and it by the end of the day, like it just kept going. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
gonna stop. It wasn't gonna
I have
stop.
that. I've also have the Micarta scales, but I have the S45 blade. Super impressed with the S45.
So a lot of the things I do outside of here require me to cut through metal straps. That's what I use this for.
And I have a stovepipe.
Oh shit! There we go.
You're not going to stab it in the table?
And a stovepipe. All right, hold on. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can do
It's
it.
your knife. No, it's your knife. You get to stab it.
That thing is sweet.
Yeah, man.
Looks like
That was as fast as a one-legged man can run. Jesus.
You seem a bit out of breath, dude.
let's see here. Run Macaw 11. I got the Slice Bowie and the stovepipe this evening.
Sleaze Bowie. Yeah.
Slice,
Those are
sleaze.
nice.
We got Ty here. What's your favorite Chinese OEM knife? Mine is a Hogue custom. Haha.
I like
I don't-
Wee knives for Chinese. That's probably my
Yeah.
favorite.
Or Riat does some pretty good stuff.
Riat
Yeah,
I don't have-
that,
I-
that gravity Riat
Yeah, the
upstairs is
XL.
pretty
Oh
dope.
yeah,
yeah.
we all can't stop fucking with that thing. That gravity Riat's nice, but
I hate
I don't
it.
know. I don't have a problem with the Hogue stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and their packaging is like second to none. It's like the packaging is half the price of the knife.
I was shit talking on the forums when it came out that some of the stuff is Chinese, and I posted, "Who is this back guy? He sounds like a hoe." Nobody responded, but I thought it was a good.
He's a very religious man, so I really appreciate that.
That Hogue.
I went to college with a guy. His last name was Hotard, and he was like a total jerk, and like he was always trying to start fights. And then one day we found out his last name was Hotard. Oh God, we just let him have it.
If that's your name, you got to be like the nicest guy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. No, he deserved it.
His last name's
What's that one Chinese brand we have upstairs? Penguin. They make all the Damascus. And
The
Oh,
QSP,
QSP?
yeah.
Oh, QSP. Yeah, yeah.
I don't dislike QSP. They're nice for the price.
For the price point, they make really nice little knives. I mean, I really appreciate that. They did them on Carta with
Yeah.
the Damascus blade. They
Yeah.
been
75-ish
sold
bucks, yeah.
recently, but it was like what, like $70?
It was. We had it pre-owned, but it was like 70, 75 right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are growing on me. I do like
Mm.
my Hinder much more than I did when I first got it.
I've never not liked a Hinderer.
Yeah.
I want to put the brass washers on it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Why
for sure.
brass instead of ball bearings?
Because you can get gunk in the bearings, and I just like to feel washers more.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, washers are pretty smooth, but like this was
Certain washers are pretty smooth.
I played with unfairly all of them, and this is the one I picked because it was just like I've never picked up a Spyderco and had it just be like butter.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, they take a little break in, but
Yeah.
once you get them there,
My PM2 is super clean, super smooth, but I play with it a lot. You know what I mean?
What's new in the knife industry so far? Any new knives coming down the pipe?
Everybody's
Stovepipe.
Stovepipe.
everybody's on back order.
What's coming down the stovepipe?
This thing's cool.
It is cool.
It is really cool. It's a great color too. I mean, just that it's almost that gunmetal gray that was kind of really killer.
The only other one I really considered from Spyderco that was funky was the Dodo.
Oh
Just
yeah.
because it was that weird
yeah.
ball bearing lock.
Well, you know
thought
what?
that was
I
cool.
really liked the Nirvana. I thought the
Yeah.
Nirvana was a badass knife, but God, it's expensive. Then
To
I
me,
see
it
then I see how
reminds me
much
of,
the
like,
stovepipe costs.
It reminds me of like an evil like locomotive, like dictator. Like this would be his escape vehicle.
It looks like an angry rhino.
You know,
just a touch.
yeah.
You
Right?
guys know what it's
Yeah.
modeled after, though, right?
Hmm.
You guys seen Gangs of New York?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bill the Butcher?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a stovepipe hat is what's
No
modeled
shit.
after.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
nice.
I
All
could-
right,
So I'm
cool.
holding it the wrong way then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see him pulling that out and just like, whoosh.
Yeah.
Man, that's another movie I got to put on the list of movies to watch with my wife. She's never seen that.
That's a
one.
great movie.
My
I love
grandma,
his
my
greasy
grandma
hair.
sent me the box set with the extended scenes
Yeah.
and everything. When I was like-
Paracucarda, yes.
Oh
That's
my
a long
God,
movie.
this exploded really quick.
All right,
Oh no, it didn't.
we should figure this out.
Are those?
Paracucarda, yes.
I can't read it.
Are those Paris
Paracucarda,
Crew Carter?
Oh yeah, no, crew wear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crew or my
Paracucarda,
Carter?
Yeah.
Crew Carta.
My buddy Bob
I'm not hip with
traded
it.
that in and another one of his PM2s just to get the stovepipe. I think he traded in with you guys too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I like the stovepipe more than this guy because it's just so useful.
That
but
It
thing's
is
really
useful,
cool.
like,
yeah,
But the stovepipe is so chunky. Though.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I
In the
mean, I
pictures-
almost feel like it. I mean, I can just put a hole in the TV right
It's
now.
got more cool factor.
we do need an 8K TV.
I just feel like I could just fucking hurt somebody with it.
I mean,
Yeah, for real.
when
It's
I
so great
saw
too.
the-
That little like
And it,
thumb ramp right
I know,
there.
it fits so perfectly.
It really
Just
does. Yeah.
I kind of want to trade seats right now.
I drink your milkshake.
It's got the whole cleaver, straight razor shape that is
Yeah.
really cool, I think.
God, that was
It's
one
like
of
a
my
better
favorite
version
movies.
of his Gerber.
It is, and in the pictures it looks really dumb, but then when you pick it up and you see all the detailing they put in the top and other levels that you can't really capture easily in pictures, it's completely different than online.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect to like it as much as I did, and I saw it. I was like,
Well, you weren't even
Uh,
set on getting one, and then
Yeah.
you got it in your hand, and
Yeah.
I thought it was ridiculous until they
Yeah.
showed up, and I was like,
wait
well,
a second.
well, I need a stovepipe.
yeah,
Apparently.
yeah, right. Wait a second.
Apparently, this is what I need.
The fact it's inspired by Gangs of New York.
I like
Pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know that.
The scene that always sticks in me from that is like when he takes off his stovepipe hat and it's just like his hair's completely matted perfectly to fit the hat back on. I'm like, oh my God, you're disgusting.
Pollywog.
Pollywog.
Those are cool.
We actually just
Oh,
sold ours.
Polybog. We
You
just
sold
sold
one
our
today.
last one. Yeah.
We did
Yeah.
have the Blade HQ version though.
Yeah. With the
Jade.
yeah, with
Jade,
that
yeah.
with that fucking
Oh,
horrid ass
it's not
G10.
that bad.
Why
I like Jade.
is every
Yeah, I do too.
why is every Blade HQ exclusive either Desert Warrior or JG10 with
Because
M4?
they probably
That-
bought a bunch of it.
That's it. Well, that's
Yeah.
their design language.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
that's their design language. They have to, you know,
Do
you have to
weird shit.
present. I mean, because if you just pick one up on random, they're like, I put that shit on mute. I swear to
It's
God.
okay. It's okay.
Anyway, but that's their design language. It's Black Blade, and the damn it, JG10.
Yeah.
It's like St. Nick's Knives. It's always going to be 4V and Red G10.
Yeah.
So,
It's just-
so
that's
what do you
how
guys
it
think? I've seen some guys dyeing their G10.
Rip dye?
Red
Do you-
Oh,
do you
Rit dye
feel-
that shit?
Yeah. Do you
Boil it?
feel like that's like, because we've been experimenting a lot recently with
Yeah,
shipwrecking,
Yeah.
but
Do
I
you
feel
want
like
to
that
explain
adds
what
to it.
shipwrecking is for the
So
I
uninitiated?
mean, if anyone's
So you're force patining the age on the material, right? So you have like copper, brass, whatever, and you just you put in something alkaline, lemon juice or ammonia, salt, and then you get these like wonderful colors and patterns out of it, and it looks really cool. And it's been kind of a trend lately. We've been
Yeah.
experimenting with it.
Yeah,
We've
a
gotten
couple of
some
them.
really great like results from it.
yeah.
But you
I
guys have
feel-
also been clear coating it too. So once it's done,
Yeah, you should.
so you guys clear coat it so that it doesn't like it
you
stays.
get a little more life out of whatever comes from it.
I'm
I
super
mean,
bummed.
eventually it's gonna.
I ordered a Vostok in milled copper and brass.
Yeah.
I don't know when
but-
that's
but-
ever going to arrive.
You know, but before we go like further, the shipwrecking, like I'm just kind of curious with the JG10, is that something that's still kind of like catching on, or is that just maybe just like leave it the way it is, you know?
People do it a lot, but I don't approve of it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I highly don't approve of it.
Yeah.
Well, Blade HQ, it's kind of like their signature. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be their signature. And they've picked a lane and they stuck with it. Respect for that. But fucking JG10 is just, I hate it. I fucking hate it.
And like secondary market values on those knives are not going to be the same as if you hadn't touched it.
Mhm.
So
Well, if you got just black G10,
yeah,
black M4 coated blade,
yeah.
that's probably legit. But I don't know, JG10.
And then they always do like satin M4, which is just like, oh my God, that's such a bad idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad of an idea.
Well, everyone take care of it. It's not a bad idea.
That's fair.
But other than that, I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
Their design language is pandering to people who only know basic production knives. So are you saying they are the pumpkin spice purveyor?
no, they're the Pokemon Go of knives.
Oh shit.
I don't know of anything new that Benchmade's coming out with this year. I don't remember what it was.
Well,
but
they
I
have a
was-
bunch of new knives. We're not supposed to see them till like April or.
Well, we're on auto ship. So as soon as they're available, they ship them out. Well, you would know better than I, but
Well, yeah, that's supposed to be the case, but we've
yeah.
been automatically shipped nothing.
yeah,
So-
exactly. So they don't have any
Yeah.
new stuff coming
Yeah.
out.
I know their gold class for this year was a odd choice. I'm trying to remember what it
It was a
was.
945, but it's a pretty good choice, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
945.
Yeah.
That's Auto
Mini Osborne,
Osborne, Mini Osborne.
not auto. Yeah, just Mini Osborne.
Why would you make an auto?
No,
gold class?
all autos are 4 numbers. So you'd be like a 94500.
Okay.
That would be an auto. 9450 would be just a standard.
JG10 is how G10 comes naturally before it gets dyed, or am I wrong?
That's correct.
That's why they call it natural.
No, it's not. It's not
Oh.
JG10. It's what's the yellow? It's Westinghouse.
Oh,
Micarta.
Westinghouse micarta is how it comes naturally, which is yellow.
Yep.
So it's technically like an ivory linen.
Hmm.
It's kind of like an off-white yellow ivory linen. That's what Westinghouse micarta is. That's the original micarta. Every micarta that you can get outside of that is a derivative.
And G10 is a derivative of that. Instead of using organic fibers, they use fiberglass fibers.
Yes.
So they use a very specific resin that gives it that color. So they don't dye G10 out of the factory. They use different formulas of resin to make it.
Yeah.
So it's not a finished product and then they dye it. It's a specific formula they use to give it that
Well, because
see-through.
the fabric itself is not dyed that green color.
Yeah.
So that green color is something they add to it to make it a product.
Yeah.
make
but-
it very cool.
Yeah. But Westinghouse, but G10 is a bastardization of micarta, and micarta is always yellow because it's all sorted out as Westinghouse micarta.
Yeah. And then with G10, they just use a different resin formula to get it that color.
And a slightly different fabric.
Yeah.
So G10 is more like a fiberglass based thing,
Yeah.
whereas like micarta is like a canvas or linen or paper.
Which I
based
always
thing.
appreciate a little bit better. I don't know. It just has a more organic feel to it, a more organic look, more natural look to it.
The
I
micarta.
agree.
The micarta.
Yeah.
But it's better when it gets wet too. I love the grip of that spider coat.
Where's the boss tonight? She's out. New Hogue Decas with Magnicut.
I'm not a big fan of the Hogue Deca, but Magnacut's cool.
What is so special about Magnicut? I keep seeing people like fawn over it.
We've talked about this so many times. We've answered this question so many times.
We have.
I feel like the last 8 live chats.
They haven't.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. So it's supposed to be like a stainless 4V, but for the layman, it just takes a lot of features that people like in high carbon knives or steels, I suppose, and puts it into a stainless platform.
Sounds
Well,
cool.
Hogue's big claim to fame is Elishewitz. So Elishewitz does he has the drawdown and the hitch point at the very fucking end where it comes down like almost like it's going to be a drop point and then it kicks up and then comes down. So like a hitch point.
Is that the same company that makes the grips, gun grips?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hogue,
yeah,
Hogue,
yeah,
all the
that's
same
the same,
company.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, someone agrees with me.
Mm.
We have two.
Let's see here. How's the source artwork applied to the microtext?
You'll have to be more specific.
Are we talking about the
Anodized?
new Exo set, or are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
I would assume they finish it and they laser it, but
Well, I mean, they do an aluminum anodizing process because they use 6061, right? But anodizing aluminum is very different from anodizing titanium. We anodize titanium. Honestly, I'm sorry, I don't know. Anodizing aluminum is outside my wheelhouse. We
huge
don't do it
industrial
specific.
machines. Yeah.
Well, it's temperature controlled. There's so many things that go into aluminum anodizing that we don't even bother.
Let's see here. Yes, the new Exoset. So he's talking about that crazy
Black and white.
Yeah,
Oh, the one that has the crazy one with the
Yeah.
I remember seeing. So
Well,
so
'cause-
Microtech dropped the video before they release it on. Hey, this is upcoming. Here's the artwork. Here's the artists that we're working with. These are gonna be coming out. They didn't mention
This thing is cool.
how they were putting it
Yeah.
together. I
Yeah.
mean, they just.
I mean, they could do Cerakote. They could do.
Well, they do an aluminum anodizing, which is I mean, we can engrave on, but we don't do specifically.
It does seem durable, though. I mean, in handling it and looking at it, it looks like something that's definitely gonna
Yeah.
last.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of interesting. Microtech's coming out with all these new art knives.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're following a trend. Someone
Well,
said.
I think they're trying to branch out a little bit. I mean, if you look like I remember being in school and looking back at the NFL, and they're like, "Well, how do we, reach a bigger audience?" And they started, "Hey, let's look into the feminine market and have
Yeah.
some like pink jerseys," and then they exploded. Right? They
Mm.
went like past like $10 billion as a franchise.
Yeah.
And I'm not, assuming that that's exactly what they're trying to do, but you've got a variety of colors and designs and things. They've been doing the Stormtroopers and that kind
Just
of
brings
stuff
it
for
to
a
a wider
while.
audience,
So
regardless.
exactly.
yeah,
So
sure.
they're just trying to shift lanes a little bit
Yeah.
and just pick up somebody else that maybe not have been attracted to it before and say, hey,
Yeah.
we can do something a little bit different. Here's our product.
art knives are the best. Yes, they are.
I agree.
Sometimes.
Especially if it's a
As
I've
long
seen
as it's still functional, not that I have to use it, but it still has to
Yeah.
be there. Like if I need it,
Well, that's if you go to like knife shows where like you have a bunch of the guys from like the guild and stuff, they do all these knives.
Those are art
I mean,
knives.
they show up like art knives, like a motherfucker. It's like ATS 34 and 154 CM. Okay, they were cool 20 years ago.
But you can make it so shiny.
Well, that's why they use it, because you can just high polish it, so it's all fucking it looks so pretty, but it actually function like a
Yeah.
knife. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
Not that I'm gonna go
440C
trash
does the
it.
same thing. Well, I'm not. I would say the same thing, but it's just almost like, man,
mean-
the technology has moved so far beyond what those knives are. It just seems a bit like a waste of time.
White handles with a black blade. OMG, it's a stormtrooper.
I mean, he's got a point though. We had someone traded an Ultratech today that's it's a white handle, it's a white blade, black clip with a little, Imperial symbol
Yeah.
on the, and it's like it's a stormtrooper. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, it's that Imperial symbol.
Yeah, of
that
course.
everybody is like. I mean, they I'm sure they have a very big deal with
How long
Disney.
have they been making those?
I want to say 4 years.
So before Disney acquired LucasArts.
Fuck. I don't know. I don't know anything about.
I
I don't
could-
know anything about Star Wars.
I could see George Lucas being okay doing that and signing a contract. I wonder if Disney's just honoring it.
I just remember like 2 years ago, though, it was like 2018, but it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like time has been so distorted in the last couple of years with what's been going on in the world that like I have no understanding of how long ago that. I mean, they could have had that in the making before that
Yeah,
happened, that
yeah.
acquisition, or it could have just been happening right on the cusp.
I really don't know how Disney works, to be honest.
They
I don't know
acquire
anything about.
they acquire
Star Wars.
profitable companies. At least recently, they acquire profitable companies and then they ride that horse into the grave.
Like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
They try to destroy the canon.
No, that's not on purpose. They just try and maximize on it.
They just go as far as they
Love that
can
one.
with it. Yeah, they just try to marathon it out.
So my Para Cruarda
Ricardo.
Carta.
had the best grind for Spycraft I ever got. How was the grind on yours? It's really good. I have no complaints. I haven't put it through any heavy duty use because I feel guilty about it, but
I
overall, I really like it.
I was going to trade mine in, but now you've convinced me to keep it.
Oh shit!
What?
I know who does the grinds on Pair 2 blades.
Yeah.
But I signed an NDA, so I can actually say who does it.
Someone who's very skilled.
Yes.
functionally it is. I mean, it's a terrific knife. I mean, it just glides through whatever.
I mean, if you can't get it,
I mean, I don't know how to say. I don't know how to express.
I mean, if I was going through like tough, like heavy materials, I'm gonna want something a little bit more hefty, a little bit wider grind. Like this is gonna go. But if everyday carry and I'm going through boxes or soft plastics or something like that, this is gonna be what comes out on top.
Well, I mean, I don't know
For what I've used so far.
Well, I don't know how to explain more that how much I like the knife, other than the fact that I own one.
Mhm.
Okay, I own one, so I like it because of that. But these blades are not. This knife might be made in Colorado. Like it'll say Colorado on it, but these blades are not ground in Colorado.
Yeah.
China?
No.
No,
In the U.S., but like I
Oh,
said,
okay.
I had to sign an NDA, so that's as far as I'll go with that.
That Smooth Criminal I just picked up from you guys is sweet. Hard to put it down. Seems the first release years ago may have had a bad
Detent, I'm sure was
detent.
the
Yeah.
Good, James. Glad you're liking that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool little knife.
It is a cool knife. 290 to get into Medford. I mean, it's a smooth
Yeah.
little guy. Yeah.
You know what's talking about detents? There was a guy that came in the shop today who had a ZT 357.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like a link, and that
Fancy link, yeah.
fancy link,
Yeah.
right? And his spring failed, but it doesn't have a detent because normally the spring will keep it closed, so it doesn't have a detent. So when his spring broke, it would just fall open. Like he was literally he's like,
Yeah.
I'll just hold it here, and it would
It's a
just fall
gravity
open.
knife.
It's a weird ass butterfly.
Yeah. All right.
Should have never told me about AliExpress, because now I'm going to order a fake ZT. I'm going to carve O knife on it to piss people off on Reddit and stuff.
Where's
Yeah.
Chad? Where's Chad?
Yeah.
We need his fucking knife.
Which one?
Where's that ZT?
Yeah,
You
the
got it
ZT
on you?
probably.
Besides that, any other companies have anything interesting coming down? Because I know Benchmade's kind of mums right now. ZT's
Well-
kind of mums.
Boker broke out a little bit.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, and Boker has
Yeah.
some new stuff coming out that ProTech is building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have
exactly.
some really nice fucking cool shit, and that
Auto
auto OTF Quaken.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. That's built by Cobra Tech. Yeah.
Check, yeah.
Which
So aluminum chassis, D2 blade.
Yeah, D2.
It's smooth.
It is.
It's
It
really
is.
smooth.
Yeah.
They're always
I mean,
affordable too. Everything
Yeah.
Poker
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
is affordable.
you pick up a Microtech and you see a lot of people kind of like, I don't know how to open it. Well, you just got to make it happen, right? But with those, you don't have that learning curve, right?
Yeah.
It just opens right up for
Opens
you.
Yeah.
in your pocket.
It's just happy to see it.
It's just happy to see you.
I do like their new trappers are coming out with, the new Quakens are coming out with all the different handle materials.
Yeah,
So many
yeah.
different variations of the Quakens here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
it seems like it's almost gonna be hard to keep up here soon.
Yeah.
It's
But
like
their new side openers and their new out the fronts, man. Those
They're
new-
nice.
They're
Nice.
really nice.
Yeah, they're nice.
I really like
I mean,
them.
their
It's a step
ProTech
up for them
ones
for sure.
are nice for sure.
Their
but
ProTech ones are clean
but
as
they're-
shit.
basically just ProTechs with a different blade profile.
Hey,
Which is
man,
not
that's
bad.
all right. Hey,
Yeah.
who, who's gonna shit on ProTech for
Yeah.
that? I mean, good
Yep.
for them.
Yeah.
They're making nice fucking knives for somebody else who wants a knife. Good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I will say their little urban trappers are the best steak knives out there.
I'm not even gonna argue.
Yeah, no, they're great. Just bam, like a laser. Let's see here. Malibu, I heard, is doing. They're doing a new
Eating
release of the
tobacco.
Malibu.
The Mordex?
More
The Malibu thing is
Mordax.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. It's like a button lock as
Oh, yeah.
well, but it was a little older than the Malibu.
we have we have an exclusive SBR coming out called the Venom SBR.
Is it going to be all angry looking?
It's gonna be sweet.
I mean, if I were to show it to you, you'd understand why they call it Venom. So we have a Venom SBR coming out that's an NK exclusive.
Okay.
And then we're trying to do more exclusive with ProTech. as
Okay.
we can, but they're just the Malibu's just kicking their ass.
Just
I mean,
trying to-
it's
Yeah.
so popular. I mean,
Trying to
they-
stay on top of it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They just can't take on that kind of thing.
so they're printing money.
Well, good for them.
Basically,
Fuck
yeah.
Good for them. Fuck yeah. Dave Wattenberg's a great guy. I'm glad his fucking company's just taken the fuck off.
I'm glad to hear that. Any idea of what that new Benchmade OTF is going to drop? When it's going to drop?
Was that the Ohm or what do you? What's the other one? The Shootout.
Oh, is that the
Shootout's like the black handle Tonto,
yeah.
and the Ohm is like
Fuck,
the.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I,
I'm not
like I
sure.
said, we're on
The
auto
only
ship.
thing I
yeah.
remember looking at like the catalog, and it was just like for 2022, and it was like they had all the new stuff, and it said something about April.
Mm.
Just like we're not getting it's going to be in 2022, but so I'm thinking. I mean, by the time we get it, May or June, maybe.
Hard to
I
say,
don't
yeah.
know,
The second it's available, we'll do a video about it.
Yeah, you'll know about it. You'll see it.
This makes me laugh. Benchmade is being a bit cringe, calling their new knives platforms, which is funny because they're taking a book out of Chrysler, which means they're using manufacturing and corporate techniques from the 80s. I love it. Wait till they come out with their K platform.
Wasn't the oh god, K cars? Oh Jesus. Wait a fucking
We have 80 knives. All of them are the same thing, which is slightly different styling.
we have this shitty ass car. We're just gonna make it look a little different on the outside.
Yeah,
Here's a K platform.
synthetic
Like
velour,
Pontiac Grand
vinyl.
Prix, there was also a Monte Carlo, there was also an Impala, there was
Mhm.
also
I think just seeing what Benchmade's coming out with, Benchmade has some cool shit coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good.
I really am excited for a lot of the stuff that they have coming out.
This Ty here is saying we should try and convince him to do a runt with copper handles,
Oh.
actual copper handles.
If they had the time, I'm sure they would love to do all of that.
That
Yeah.
would be sick though. He's right.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure
well,
Dave's-
like,
and then
like
we'll
a Malibu.
shipwreck it.
Yeah.
But like a Damascus
Totally.
blade with
Yeah.
with the copper handles or the brass handles, like yeah, that would be awesome. But ProTech is just so overwhelmed. Like they're not coming out with anything specialty because they
Well,
can't
they're
even
making knives
keep
for
up.
poker now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well, and they can't even keep up with all the things they want to do now. Like they're just
Good problem
they're
to have,
just
I guess,
yeah,
but
they're
yeah.
underwater.
At this point in the shop, though, we're getting a little trigger happy. Anything comes in, copper, shipwreck it. Brass, shipwreck it. Everything's getting shipwrecked.
I mean, we've shipwrecked like 3 things.
I know.
shipwreck all the things.
All the things.
We've got that stupid copper pumpkin head bead that's been sitting up there forever. I told them shipwreck it. Shipwreck all the things.
You just shipwreck it. It's old.
Shipwreck it.
Well, I've been saying that. I'm going to shipwreck some
It's
points.
more than
Yeah.
just like getting it sold, though. I mean,
It's
it really looks cool.
Yeah,
like,
and
you
no, it
look
is.
at it and you appreciate it. You're like, man, like this is awesome.
Turquoise, patina.
Yeah, there's just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much going on,
I like
and you
it.
don't. And it's not like a controlled experiment. You don't know how it's going to turn out. You mess with it, you,
you can
put
like
everything in
loosely
there.
guide it.
Yeah,
That's about
I
all
mean, you
got.
have some influence,
Yeah.
but the time it's just time.
Mm-hmm.
Time takes control, and you just end up with what you end up with.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it is fun.
Man, our live stream's slow tonight.
Well,
I know. I don't know about
I might
the.
go pee then.
Munko is coming out with his knife, he said, the second quarter, I think. It's finally going to be out.
Has he been publicly talking about it?
Yeah, he
Okay.
posted that today.
All right.
He said that it,
Then sure, I'll
they
say yeah.
announced. So, I'm going to order one when it comes out.
It looks pretty cool. His collaboration with Kaiser.
No.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of like a tuxedo.
$300.
You've seen Munko's new knife with
Yeah.
Kaiser. It kind of looks like a tuxedoed version of what's that Benchmade that looks suspiciously like it?
The Crooked River.
It kind of looks like a Crooked River with just tie scales and a little bit of detailing to it,
Yeah.
which is not bad. It's
Yeah.
a cool knife. I don't know. It's going to be S35 and titanium.
It's a Kaiser.
I know, but like
Yeah.
I want something else.
That's a Kaiser.
I know, but I want something else besides S35 and a
Yeah.
nice drop point grind and
I think
the
with them, it's
same-
just they're just using like decent materials, but they've got kind of fun character design.
Yeah,
stuff, you know,
for
they're
sure,
just-
for sure.
I don't know. They're giant sheepdog.
Sheepdog XL. That's a good one.
It's the stupidest knife I've ever seen.
But you
and,
love it.
and you hate it, and then
I
you
want
pick
one.
it up and you open it, and you're like, fuck, take my money. It's so dumb. It's
Yes, it
so
is.
heavy. It chunks open.
Stovepipe, man.
You can even Spidey flick it.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to
Oh
get
yeah,
up in
you
there.
got it's ready to go.
I'm
It's not
always
like my
scared to do
Enduras where
that.
you have to like warm it up.
Yeah.
You know,
Give it a couple goes.
it's ready to go out of the box. Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
I'm
this
always
is jam.
scared I'm going to slice myself doing that.
Yeah. Well, you just gotta practice, and within like a day,
Or I could just do it normal.
So you looked at all of
Rules.
them, and that one had
You
the
don't do
best,
anything normal.
smoothest action.
Yeah, I looked at all the ones that were available, which was like 6 at the time, and I picked one up off the wall, and it was just like butter, and I'm like, how's that possible? Does it have a good lockup? Is there any wiggle? There's no wiggle. I'm not used to paramilitary 2s opening smoothly. They're usually like kerchunky.
I was parked outside on the street when those came in, and Mike came out like at 8 o'clock.
More
Hey,
fun.
what are you doing sitting out on the street? I'm waiting for that knife. He opened up the shop early. I got
Barber's
it.
not feeling so well.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He's just a little sick today.
Fiber is the best, but what about what's coming above it?
Oh, yeah, his Crooked River turned out, I guess, okay.
Well,
Oh, it
it's,
looked
if you want to see an example of what we've been doing recently, you can go to northernknives.com. We have a mini Crooked River live on the website, which is the most recent thing we've put out.
It's underneath custom knives.
There you go. Custom knives. Check it out.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Will did some custom filing to the handle, didn't he?
He did.
He
He did
did,
all
yeah.
that work on those copper scales himself. Yeah.
I mean, he is not an amateur. He is actually a gunsmith.
Yeah.
So I would not
Yeah.
be surprised if he could, do some real work.
He's a real talented dude for sure.
He's wasting it. How good of a boy is Farva really? Rumor has it.
Sorry,
Stephanie's the best.
I've been upstairs cleaning the biggest pots and pans you ever seen in your fucking life.
Jesus. Look at that piece of scotch right. God damn. All right.
Yeah. I mean, they've been cooking up all those shipwreck knives and something. You got to scrub it out real good.
Well, yeah, prep. It's all about prep.
How about S35, S30V instead of
This is a you
S35?
question.
Yeah, what do you think, Mike?
You have an opinion. Just say
I
it.
know you do.
S30 is harder to sharpen because it's a better steel. S35 is easier to sharpen because it's a shittier steel, but they charge more money for it.
Problem solved.
My opinion.
I guess 45.
Damn it, Chad.
I do like S45 a lot.
What about the Mac Mark 7? Well, it'll come after the Mark 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
This has got to be what, the Mark III at this point, right?
No, the Mac currently is a Mac Mark III.
Yeah.
The current
Yeah.
one is Mark III.
Well, and you just got we got some new ones in.
Can we call it the Type 3?
Well, yeah, no, but there's no changes made.
Well,
So we had a Mark 1 was
not to the design. I'm just saying we got new.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. So design wise, we're on the Mark III, and the Mark III is pretty much the standard is what we're going to keep now. As far as how many generations we make, we're probably on 7, 8, 9, give or take, but it's not
It's been 2 a year since I came on.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so-
been a lot.
Yeah, it's probably 12 at this point. Then.
Yeah.
But that's just batches of production. That's not necessarily.
There's no
rendition.
changes. There's no
Yeah.
changes in design.
So, Alistair, did you show the stovepipe?
Yeah.
All right, there's the
Sure did.
stovepipe.
Oh.
Let's move on.
Don't cut yourself.
I
Stick at the
just,
table.
No, I'm not doing that. I like my knives too much to do that.
I just got
Doesn't matter.
a copper top Hydra. Awesome action.
Oh, man.
Let's see here. S45 versus 390 20CV 204P. I would
geez.
say
Hold on.
Yeah.
M390, my only experience with it is a Mac so far that I've never sharpened and never had to. But 20 CV, I've had a couple knives in 20 CV, and I have had to get those sharpened occasionally, but they're very thin, high grind knives, so their edges doesn't have as much meat behind them.
Well, I would put 204P and 45 in the same category, and then I'd put 390 and 20 CV. Well, 390 and 20 CV are molecularly they're identical,
Yeah.
right? So they have to be in the same category. I would put 204P, which is Carpenter. Carpenter.
They're
Well,
not
But that's kind of a watered down variation of M390 and 20CV, I'd kind of put it on the same level as S45. So I really like S45. So far, it's done me real well. 204P seems about the same way. M390, 20CV, different ballpark altogether.
This is kind of where geometry comes into play too, right? Because this is M390 and this is 20CV. So like, really, what is the difference?
Geometry on this sucks. Geometry on this is very
I've
good.
had excellent performance with this. This suits me well, but it hasn't blown my mind in any way. I have to kind of touch it up sometimes.
Yeah.
But
well, because the
guy,
geometry on this is totally different. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, look at the distance between edge to spine. As far as this difference at edge to spine, you have a much taller, flatter grind.
Right.
It's basically the same thing as like when you're looking at a Parrot 2. Like there's such a great cutter. They're so thin and they have such a tall grind. I mean, it goes all the way up into the eye hole. That makes this such a great slicer. So it's sharpening and sharpness is like
390 20CV 204P. That's one category, and then S45. So it's really one versus the other.
Yeah.
I guess 204P in theory should be better than S45, but no one except Microtech seems to use 204P.
Well, they only use it for a short amount of time. They really don't use it anymore.
Microtech?
Yeah.
There's knives that still come in with 204P.
Not with the dates though. It's all
I think
we've gotten new stock from them that was 204P within the past month.
Well, Microtech, I mean, I've been to the early to late aughts, so like 2013, 2014, they would still use ATS 34. So they'll just use whatever they can get a hold of.
You just get screwed if you pay the same price for an ATS 34.
Well, I mean, not necessarily that, but yeah, kind of. Because ATS 34 is like, it's not impressing anybody.
We need to rebrand 440C. Yes.
Chris Reeves
relaunch it as a super
now.
steel.
Yeah,
you know,
at 45, Chris Reeve helped to develop S45. They and in fact, Chris Reeve helped to develop S30 and S35 and S45.
So 440C, I've used it.
I bet your grandpa thinks it's great.
Yeah, I've taken it camping. I mean, I can chop some wood with it, but it's got to be heavy. You know, you need a lot of it to do the work.
Well, Hitachi, there's a Hitachi 440C, which has a very high Rockwell and holds up really well. But Hitachi has they have the market cornered on that. You know what I mean? So you can get some 440C that's the run-of-the-mill 440C or 440A like Randall uses. Okay, yeah, I guess it's okay. But Hitachi 440C is probably the best 440C you can get.
And then getting steel from Hitachi is like pulling teeth unless you're a Japanese manufacturer.
Well, you can ask them for it, but they're just going to tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
They're never going to give it to you. It's the same thing as trying to buy like ZDP 189. Can I buy ZDP 189? They're like, no, you can't. Spyderco can buy it. Miyabi can buy it. William Henry can buy it. That's it. Nobody else gets to buy it.
You got to have that BDE or be a Japanese manufacturer. I've noticed
Be a Japanese manufacturer.
That's kind of weird about Japan in general. It seems like all of the manufacturing companies that are Japanese domestic have a preference to selling to other Japanese companies, even if they could make more money globally.
Yeah.
It's odd.
It's very much like how there used to be a gentleman's agreement when they did performance cars back in Japan that nobody would make a car more than 225 or 240 horsepower. And so it was, okay, this car is 225 horsepower, 245 horsepower. Meanwhile, it's an R34 Skyline that's putting out 375, but the spec sheet says 225. You know, it's kind of a gentleman's agreement kind of thing, right? And so that's kind of how it falls with Hitachi 440. They give it to very specific people because you're only allowed to say very specific things about it.
It's very Japanese.
It's very Japanese.
It's very Japanese. Let's see here. When is the first run of the Severance coming out? Well, it already came out years ago.
That was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, the first run's already out, but
that was before my time.
It was the next run. You know?
Yeah. And I get what he's saying. And buddy, ASAP. If we could get steel, it'd already be out, but we just can't get steel.
I mean, we had to basically pull teeth and beg Bowler to get 4 sheets for another
And
project.
and we just got off the I just got off the phone with Bowler and another company that's going to profile them for us yesterday, and they were like 4 months out, and that's just to get one thing done. So it's 4 months out for that.
So we're gonna run
Then
out
if
of
we need the
knives.
next, oh yeah, we're going to be out of knives like a motherfucker.
Supply chain
Son of a
issues are
bitch.
real.
Mm-hmm.
James Hunt, any news on the new knife that you guys team up with Colorful Filth? It's very real, and it is very much work in progress.
I've finished 3 front side prototypes today.
And we're gonna tweak it just a little bit more. There should hopefully be some snippets and sneak peeks of it within the next month or so.
I should have a prototype out to Munko probably within the next 2 weeks, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He will have a prototype in his hand.
Mhm.
But I mean, we're trying, but we've had some issues.
Yeah, but we'll get it out, and then this time, if you actually order it, you should get it by Christmas.
And I don't mean to talk shit about ZT, but their titanium is different. So it's putting a little bit of a monkey wrench in it.
Ooh, it's titanium alloy.
It's probably
It's an
got
alloy,
it's
yeah.
probably got something else in it.
Have we said before that it was a ZT? Is that the?
Oh shit.
We don't
Well,
know.
apparently it's a ZT.
Well, it's out now.
Anyway, would you up to a knife you could use to practice? I'm not quite sure what that means, James.
Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe James has a knife. He's wondering if you guys wouldn't mind practicing on this. Would you guys be up for?
The problem is when we do a specific manufacturer, even though they say it's a certain grade of titanium, there's or a certain grade of steel or a certain grade of stainless, there's gradients within that. So like Mike was saying, 440C from like Carpenter or from
Hitachi.
Hitachi and Bowler, if they make it,
Yeah.
would all be, although technically the same formula, they make the steel different ways, which gives it different grain structure.
Yeah.
That's the same with titanium. So like different manufacturers, although they have a grade of titanium, it's a gradient within there. And the kind of work we do really is affected by that gradient. So you could give us titanium off a knife that is a specific tier that we're trying to work with, but it could react completely different than the titanium we're trying to do on the production knife.
Or like a titanium Russian fuck, what am I trying to say?
Bayonet?
Bayonet, like the one you brought me the other day. Yeah, I can sharpen it, but it's full of shit. It's not gonna hold a good
Do
edge.
you
It's
get
gonna
bright
kinda be-
orange sparks when you sharpen?
Well, I mean,
Most
I
guys-
would put a mask on because this is horrible.
Why do they make them out of titanium sometimes?
Because it doesn't rust ever. It's non-reactive at all.
Why not just do aluminum?
Well, because it's not as strong.
soft.
Huh?
So titanium is the same strength as steel, but it has this weight of aluminum. So
Okay.
they kind of do it that way. But
Until they throw a bunch of chairs in there and a bunch of ball bearings.
well,
and
Russian
random shit.
titanium is, I mean, well, up until recently, with
It's as
when you
good
get
as
into like
their,
Shirogorov and stuff, Russian titanium was crap.
It's as good as their logistic focus right now.
Yeah,
Well, it's,
maybe we get some Ukrainian.
Yeah, it's
titanium.
some Ukrainian.
Ukrainium.
Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna get Shiro knives from now on.
Mhm.
grade 5 titanium probs, that stuff ruins tools.
Mm.
I don't know. It seems, at least I've only handled a few of the AK-47 bayonets that are in titanium, but they all seem like one was rusty, which titanium's not supposed to rust,
Yeah.
but it was titanium. And then the other one had like a weird kind of like almost aluminum style scaling on top.
Yeah.
But they're from the same factory and they should be the same thing, which means they just threw different shit in there to fill out the titanium.
Well, exactly. We've had titanium scales from a very reputable company, so what I would do is I would strip the oxidization off the top of it, and then store it in water, because when it's in water, it won't reoxidize. So I can clean it all off, put it in water, and let it sit for a week or whatever. And so as long as no oxygen gets to it, it won't reoxidize. And I came back over the weekend and it had rusted. So that's kind of the quality of the titanium you're getting. Like if I come back and like a corner of your titanium is rusting.
Well, titanium should be able to sit in water for a long
Yes,
time.
exactly. I left it for 2 days, came back, and we
Like
had
a
a rust
lifetime.
spot. Yeah.
Like a lifetime. Like if you drop titanium in the ocean.
Yeah.
And come back 10 years later.
It molecularly, well, God damn it. Molecularly, it should not even physically be able to rust.
It shouldn't change.
But I've come back over the weekend and we have a rust spot on our titanium. It's like, oh, okay. Well,
The
Yeah.
strength spots. You could use copper beryllium if you need a non-reactive steel. Just don't sharpen it. Yeah, that'll kill you.
well, and don't sharpen it too. So if it's not sharp, then what are we doing?
Yeah, true.
We're talking about knives here.
I guess technically.
Well, titanium holds a shit edge too. I mean, it's great because it, they use it in dive knives because it doesn't react. You can do whatever you want with it, but it holds a shit edge.
I guess if you sharpened it and you got it up to sparking and
Well, why is
smoking, and
that? I
hardened
mean,
the
if
edge,
it's a harder steel, shouldn't it not be rolling?
No, because edge retention is a thing. So it just won't.
the fibers roll.
Yeah. So edge retention is about how the bonds hold left and right, and titanium doesn't do that. So like titanium holds a very fine edge, and it can rock well up into the 80s, but it's absolute fucking trash when you turn it into edge because it just rolls. Super easy.
So it doesn't go apart. It's not going to let go, but
Exactly.
it has give.
Exactly. It won't break, but it'll be malleable.
Interesting. The more you know.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, how about that blizzard, guys?
Oh yeah. For those of you that aren't in Alaska.
Who loves 18 inches of snow?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I think we're up to 20 now.
Oh God.
Well,
down.
is it 20 inches of like measuring with the eye, or is it 20 inches of like, who can tell?
It's
Well, I went home and opened my car door, and the snow was the same level as so I just stepped out in the 18 inches
Yep.
of snow.
it's been pretty bad. Good thing. Well, I guess it's good for the Iditarod. They'll have nice pack all the
Well,
way up.
it's almost as if like Mother Nature knew. It was like, oh, they're doing that Iditarod today. They need snow. But
Yeah.
they didn't see that we were dumping snow in the streets last night. Like we were prepared. We didn't need your help.
Oh, let's see here. Up one more. Titanium microfractures 2, which is no bueno. Yep.
There you go. Yeah.
Titanium
well,
is
the
tough,
harder you get-
hard, scratches easily. Just saying, if
Well, once
don't just
titanium
skip it
discolors, because we use a countersink and a press, so we press out all of our titanium on all of our knives, and so we press it out so it holds everything in.
Yep.
But once it discolors, it just eats countersinks for breakfast.
you were
So
going
I mean,
through a bunch of carbide for a while, weren't
oh
you?
yeah, just crushing it.
Yeah.
And titanium will just do that because once we would go and cut it, and so I built a jig so we could just cut titanium, just cut pins, and it would discolor it a little bit. So then we'd pound it into the knife, and then we'd go to countersink it, and it would just eat the countersinks up because because once it discolors, it's so hard. There's no high-speed steel. There's no nothing that's going to compete with it. So what we have to do is now when we cut it is you have to let the titanium spin on the jig, and it would cut it like as the titanium would spin, it would cut it, and then it would just fall off. And then we'd take that pin, and then we'd use that pin, and it'd be non-discolored.
Mhm.
And so we had to kind of do it that way. It was a learning process.
So I'm curious
Basically-
about this next comment. James Hunt.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So he's talking about 0562. Looks like is he trying to say TI? Which is this knife, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had rust.
I had on the rust
the first one. He had anodized.
from the screws. Well, the screws aren't titanium.
Yeah, the screws are just
Yeah, the screws are
stainless, not
steel.
stain proof.
Yeah, the screws aren't titanium.
I mean, if you
But
had-
did he have his scale? Hold on, I can't read that. Did he
just
did he have
saying
his scale develop a little bit of rust?
just saying, if it's a
What it
562,
sounded
I would
Sounds like it, yeah.
let
Yeah.
you do your thing. I had rust on the first 562. I anodized. I'm not sure if it came from the screws, but yeah, it was strange.
Yeah, it's going to
Hmm.
come from the screws. The screws are steel.
Or it could be cheap titanium, though.
Yeah.
cheap titanium will rust.
Here's a molecular question. I've been cutting lemons with this knife, and it turned all like light color.
Yeah.
After, is that just the acid? Like,
Yeah.
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 Well,
I had a buddy
steel-
that used to take a bark river, and every time he bought a bark river, he'd just stab it into a potato and leave it overnight. Come out, pull it out the next day, and it just
Potato patina.
Yeah.
potato
Yeah,
patina.
potato patina.
Exactly.
I'll have to try that out. Niet titanium is fine, comrades. Rust means it's top quality.
Nice.
Cosmonauts.
That's what
different.
you need right there.
Oh man. Oh shoot. We just got in the Case Space Machete. I thought that was
Oh,
pretty cool.
yeah.
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 Space machine.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
the
they-
real deal.
Case got contracted to do the survival machete for the Apollo missions, and the
And
whole
it's
idea
like-
is if they crashed on land, there's a good chance during that time period going to crash in a non-friendly country and have to kind of hide out for a while. So they made a super lightweight stainless steel machete.
Space age technology.
It was then in the
From-
60s.
From
Oh,
all of the
okay.
60s.
From the
Plastic.
60s.
Plastic. Man. It's got a
And
plastic
They're
handle.
still selling it.
It's got these really
shit.
cool white nylon handles, which is basically cutting board material, but back then that would have been like completely new.
Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's white.
It's
Yeah.
Stormtrooper. We just gotta like
Can we just get like some Omega space
I
knives?
mean, it's a cool
or
knife.
space
but
watches? Can we just do that?
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a
That'd be a
cool
good one.
knife. I mean, it's a really cool knife.
It's a
But-
18-inch machete, so it's
Yeah.
like
If I was-
ear to ear, overhead, right?
Okay, but we're here in
that
Alaska,
big?
About
right?
that, yeah.
Yeah.
We're here in Alaska, right? Would you choose that?
No.
If you were
No.
going out in the woods out here,
No.
like,
No.
Yeah.
That's
But-
some fucking Laura 48 Bush League bullshit.
yeah.
But if you needed something that weighed less than half a pound, and
Yeah.
again, it's very important when you're going on a mission.
I mean,
like
if it's
that.
gonna last me a day, if that's all it's got to do,
If I were a fucking casual,
Fucking casual.
But if
Goddamn casuals.
I'm not
As you
getting
hop
picked
out of
up
your
by a
capsule with a
survival
sheer go
team
off.
yeah,
in a week, I need
I just
something
throw
a
it
little
at the
more-
bear.
And you don't
You
have
can
to
have
throw it.
it.
You just show it to him, and he bows down.
He runs away. Oh, sure enough.
So as we reach the top of the hour here, you guys have a few minutes to ask
Already?
any additional questions,
Damn.
and then we're going to call it an evening and see you guys on the first of next month, first
Pizza's-
Saturday of next month.
Pizza's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Did you call it in to be delivered exactly?
I said
15 minutes?
9:45 to 10 o'clock,
Okay,
give or take.
they'll be here at 9:45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
They'll be antsy to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're outside the blizzard, like, where the fuck is this guy?
Are you going to meet them at the door with a mask on?
No, actually, when I called though, they didn't even say the name of the place. It's just like,
How many wings do you want?
how many wings do you want? It's like, all right, 60. We don't have 60. I don't need them right now. Deliver them in an hour and a half.
You can thaw them out.
I think it was Rust from Cheap Titanium. Sorry, I have my daughter jumping all over me, taking all my attention.
No,
Why are you
all right.
sorry?
Well,
That's
no
completely
worries.
fine. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's like when I'm trying to do work and all four boys crowd in my office and start randomly deciding to watch James Bond on my TV while I'm trying to work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love James.
Wait,
That's not bad.
Well, they have
yeah,
good
your
taste.
kids are just jumping trying to watch James Bond. Like, good for you.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're impeding your children from watching James Bond.
Yeah.
We have to talk about this.
I'm just like GoldenEye again, guys. Come on.
Oh wait, we got to play Goldeneye until the pizza gets here.
Oh God damn it.
Oh.
I forgot it actually snows in some places.
Yeah.
Screw you.
It's just gonna melt like next week. When
Yeah.
What do we get? We
It'll
get,
melt
we get like
tomorrow.
3 or 4 months where it doesn't.
Yeah.
3 or
So we
4
have
amazing
what?
ones.
We have
Well, right in
construction.
between. Yeah.
We have construction, summer, and then
There's fires.
snow like a mother.
There's
fires.
fires. Don't forget fires.
Yeah.
I like that.
So-
I like that a fire doesn't even make the news up here until it hits like 1 million fucking acres.
Because
Meanwhile,
nobody
in
lives out there.
California, yeah,
Nobody lives out there.
I know.
No. Anybody else has a fire, they're like big news, right? But like we can burn a whole state down the size of Maryland.
And
Nobody
doesn't matter.
brings it up.
Nobody
Doesn't
even notices. They're like, "Oh shit, I think there's a fire over there."
The size
Meanwhile,
of Wisconsin,
here comes the state of Washington just on fire.
Are you guys staying there all night? No, we are not.
No.
We don't sleep here.
I'm the only one that sleeps on the couch.
What's the trick to
That's
move
farming,
faster in
though.
GoldenEye?
Mike will never tell you that.
Oh shit!
Mike will never tell you that.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
YouTube. YouTube's your friend. There's some people who spill secrets on YouTube. Don't worry about it.
All right, should I give a clue?
Sure, why not?
No, because all you motherfuckers are gonna hear it too. Yellow buttons, bitch.
And on that bombshell, we'll see you all next month.
All right, later, guys.